Boy, look at all the cameras back there. That's it's a fake news.
America needs a superhero. I'm doing my first official Donald J. Trump NFT collection right here and right now. They're called Trump Digital Trading Cards.
Though there are parallels to draw between MAGA and fascist regimes of the 20th century, Trump's brand of fascism is uniquely American and requires an understanding of American history. Trump is not Mussolini or Hitler, nor is he Orban. Two of them were soldiers with credible war records, the third was an activist against a dying communist regime. Trump, conversely, was a draft dodger by choice and a grifter by trade. Unlike others in his orbit, he does not have ideas so much as impulses, whims, and resentments. He is, to be sure, cruel and malicious, but unlike the other dictators, he has no real governing vision. Nor is the United States like other countries in which democracy has perished. America has nearly a quarter millennium of legitimate self-governing under its belt, unlike, say, Weimar Germany, which never had a majority coalition of parties that favored democracy. The US has not experienced in recent years anything like the slaughter of World War I, the murderous chaos of post-World War I Europe, or half a century under the Soviet boot. The US is a continental empire, as the founders called it, and they argued that its physical vastness, the diversity of its population, and the multi-layered nature of its government would form unequaled obstacles to the mob rule or the despotisms experienced by city-states. It is not only much older than the democracies that failed or faltered in Germany, Italy, and Hungary, but nearly an order of magnitude larger in physical extent. MAGA's leader believes in nothing except enriching himself, which makes the movement particularly difficult to define. In fact, it reflects disparate and divergent tendencies, including the divisions between Silicon Valley techno-futurists and old-fashioned nativists, libertarians and pro-lifers, isolationists, and those who look to confront China. Analogies have their place, although they're most useful as a means of sharpening our understanding of what is different about the past rather than purporting to explain the present or predict the future. Trump and Trumpism, the servility of the Republican Party, and the flight from a values-informed foreign policy are all thoroughly American phenomenon and need to be understood through the lens of American history. The despicable parts of the Trump enterprise are best understood in an American context, not through the framework of Mussolini's goons, but rather through the cruelties of Andrew Jackson, America's populist, who presided over the Trail of Tears. Or think of the Palmer raids of 1919 and 1920, or the FBI snooping on Martin Luther King Jr., loyalty oaths, Ku Klux Klan marches, the incarceration of Japanese Americans during World War II. All of these help illuminate how America has gone astray. The personalities that so many find alarming in the Trump administration are best understood not as native variants of Martin Bormann or Nicolas Maduro, but as authentically American demagogues in the mold of Huey Long and Father Coughlin, not to mention businessmen with wild and reprehensible ideas such as Robert McCormick and Henry Ford. Indeed, it's only by seeing Trump's subordinates and henchmen in their American context, in a land that has produced its share of racketeers, bullies, grifters, and thugs, that one can understand these people at all. For critical thinkers, the Trump moment needs to be a reckoning with American history. We must come to accept that we are the country that was born with, and in some cases even embraced, the curse of slavery, but also the country with the principles that ultimately undermined slavery and which inspired the self-sacrifice of heroes who destroyed it. We despoiled much of our fabulous birthright of natural resources and beauty, but also preserved huge swaths of it by creating the greatest national park system in the world. We have supported dictators, and we have liberated nations. We have produced Aaron Burr and George Washington, Preston Brooks and Abraham Lincoln, Donald Trump and FDR. Historical analogies, useful as they might be at times, usually cause us to stare out the window, when in reality, we need to be looking in a mirror. Donald Trump did not make American fascism. American fascism made Donald Trump.